All right, well, let's head down this way. Let's go try and find a pandanus tree. We're in Fred's Pass, Darwin, Northern Territory. So the plan is head in just off the path and have a look at some trees, do a few scans, and yeah, we'll turn those trees and hopefully a pandanus into a digital asset for the game. So this is a ring flash. So this is used to get a technique that's called cross polarization, which sort of cancels out all the ambient light. It just means like for the games and when I get the albedo texture, I don't have to do any de-lighting with the images. It's already sort of done. Let's get this all set up. So I reckon the first thing we'll do is we'll get the bark texture for the pandanus tree. Yeah, so the idea is that when we take a photo, jump in here, get all the nice detail that we can then turn into a tiling texture. This will take probably 10-15 minutes. I'm literally just going to be all of the different trees and shrubs will grow slightly differently and they have a really unique look. So for example, the pandanus, it's got all the dead branches that flop down and then all of the fresh new green leaves start growing from the top. Looking for some dead fronds that we can then take back to do some scanning of, take some more reference images and stuff. As much as possible, as much as reasonably possible, not disturb stuff too much. We're only sort of 20 minutes, half an hour from this location, and it just means during the dry season and the wet season, when all the plant life changes and everything gets really dry, we can come back here and maybe do some more scans and take some more reference images. And then in the wet season, we can come back when it's all really green, and that'll give us sort of some really good reference images between the different times of year, hopefully with the aim to just provide a much more realistic experience to the players of pasture. Plan is to head back to the studio and do all the post-processing. So yeah, now that we're back in the office, we did the bark texture out in the field, and now we're going to do some of the fronds. What have I done? Oh yeah, lens cap. Good start. So now I move my way around, and this is going to shine light from different directions.
Points of the compass, kind of?
Yeah, points for compass. And then that gets recreated in 3D, and that gives me all of my texture detail and stuff. So I took, in that scan session, we took 717 photos. So not too bad. When we go to recreate all of the foliage for the game, we need a reference board. So we have a virtual whiteboard that any of the team members can jump into. It allows us to have a library of what the trees in the game that are going to look like. So for example, we are doing the Darwin, the cycad or the fire fern, and this is going to be used in the game as sort of like a ground foliage or like a mid-eye level asset. So we have all of these photos that we've gone and taken out in the field, which allows us to then more accurately recreate the model in 3D. So these are some of the reference images we took, and also just a few more of the close-up scans. And what I ended up doing is removing a number of the smaller leaves and then recreating them into the actual frond. So if we jump back into the program that we use, these are the fronds that are then procedurally generated across the 3D model. And the really nice part about these is that they're all procedural. So if we want less leaves, we can get the software to do that, and we can just procedurally step these up and down just to recreate that look. These get baked down into a texture, and then we come across to the actual models, and these are just a couple of the variations that we've started to create. And again, they're all easily editable. If we need a number of these just procedurally scattered, then we can then go ahead and create ones that have more ferns or less ferns, or ones that look dead or more alive, or younger, mature, that sort of thing. So all in all of the little pieces that we've shown you, going out and scanning on site, taking reference images, processing all of the data here, the whole aim of this is to help immerse the player and show the player what the NT environment looks like. And whether someone jumps in and doesn't even notice that they're driving past a cycad or driving past a gum tree and they're just enjoying the game, being in a Northern Territory based game, then hey, like, our job's done. We've done the right thing. We really just want players to enjoy jumping in the game and having fun. Yeah.